The first one is what I call the power lead. This is very simple. If you're having a meeting, if you're having a conversation, what's your power lead? What do you start off with? And you should always start off with something that puts the brain into a more positive state. So it could be a statement of gratitude. When I come out, I'm not just saying this to say this, but when I come out, I always share how grateful I am to be with all of you, how honored I am that you invited me to speak. And yes, I truly feel that way, but it also helps me to think more clearly, because even after doing this for a long time, just like anybody else, I get nervous and my brain gets hijacked sometimes. So lead with gratitude, lead with appreciation. Ask everybody to share some back with you. It's a great bonding experience. The power lead can be positivity, it can be curiosity, ask a question. That also changes the brain. And you're gonna hear me talk in a minute about humor, which happens to be my absolute favorite go-to power lead. Mindful meetings and conscious conversations. Having mindful meetings, having boundaries about how much time we're gonna spend. If you're gonna have a meeting, never make an hour after an hour after an hour after an hour. People need time to get their brain from one place to the other. 50-minute meetings with 10-minute breaks for people to disconnect. And don't just say it, actually do it. I'm watching the clock, I only have a couple minutes left. I'm not gonna go over time as much as I'd like to, because the expectation was I want you to be fully present within the parameter we have set for today, and then you need to go do your other things. But meetings blend over, and people aren't getting a chance to say what they need to say. Do rounds with people. Give everyone a chance to speak up at a meeting. Because that's also part of the problem today, is we're all rushing and trying to cram in our thoughts, and we're trying so hard to fit our stuff in, we don't even wait for the other person to finish. We're not really listening to each other. And the last one is what I call your mirth muscle. Mirth is your experience of humor, it's your emotional experience of humor. It doesn't mean you even have to laugh, you just have to find something funny. And the more you find things funny together, the stronger it is at bonding you. There's a chemical that's released in the brain called oxytocin. You've probably heard it before. It turns out that when you're experiencing stress and you have cortisol, which is that breakdown hormone in the brain, when that's paired with oxytocin, which is the social connecting hormone, it actually leads to the greatest spike in what we call neurogenesis, which is the creation of new brain cells. When you are challenged and you feel socially supported, you can create new brain cells. You actually create new connections, and we see this interpersonally with people as well. So the goal here is not to minimize the challenges, but to say, we've got this. Let's do this together. Let's be positive, let's be grateful, and let's have some fun. Let's play, let's enjoy some humor.